Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'm going to show you guys how I went about painting some Spacewolves Firstborn Marines. But if you like anything that you see on the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button and hit that bell notification button. So what did we do? We sprayed them with Mechanicus Standard Grey. So as you can see here, they're all nicely uniformed. And if you don't have Mechanicus Standard Grey, just spray them black and then paint Mechanicus Standard Grey. Simple as that. So next up, we're just going to be putting base coats on the models, and we start here with Avalanche Sunset. We're not too bothered about making such a mess at the moment because you know we are right at the beginning and we are going to be painting over things. But with the yellow, you want to do thin coats because you want to try and reduce the brush strokes in it, because yellow is quite a notorious colour to paint. But over the grey, it is a lot easier. So the next colour we're using is Monfang Brown. Now this is to do all the fur. So we've got some there on his loincloth and we have some fur somewhere else on the model. We'll basically just base coat that with Monfang Brown. So the next colour we're using is Corn Red, and we're just base coating this right shoulder pad in red. And again, it's not a big deal if we go over, because we are going to be tidying up with the Mechanicus Standard Grey later on. Next up, we're going to be doing the silvers. So we're going to be using Iron Warriors, and we're just going to go around the model picking out any parts that we want to be silver, basically. Now, Iron Warriors is a very dark silver colour, so I think this works well, and it'll help a lot if you want to highlight it up with some lighter silvers. So yeah, we're going around just painting the chainswords. There's the bolter, or the bolt pistol, and he's got some like tubes on his belly. So we just go around, and again, not trying to be that neat here because the colours that we're going to put over the top is going to tie it all in. So with Space Wolves being like Vikings of the 41st millennium, they have got loads of gold accents everywhere. Now you can use quite a bright gold like Retributor armour or stuff like that, but I tend to go with Balthazar gold. It just has a more copper, more red tone to it, and I think it works quite well. So we just go around and paint some of the trim which it has on its on the legs, on the backpack, and just gives it a more Viking feel, really. And again, we're not too bothered about being neat. Obviously don't go mental like, but yeah. So the next colour we're going to use is Abaddon Black. So basically what we're going to do is go over the chainsword, we're going to go over the bolt pistol, the tubing in between his legs, like the knees and all the joints. We're just going to base coat that in black. So what I was saying before, when we were doing the silvers, especially on the chainswords, we weren't too bothered about the silver going onto the case and stuff, because we were going to paint over it, and we were going to use black, so that goes over it quite well. The only thing I would say is if you're doing the embossed part on the shoulder pad, the wolf head, just take your time, because you don't want to get that Abaddon Black on the yellow. If you do, it's not a major problem. It is just going to take you a little bit of time just to correct it, because yellow over black is a bit difficult. So next up is painting all the skulls on the model. So on the bolt pistol, it's got two skulls either side, and on the chainsword, it's got a reasonably sized skull on there. We're just going to base coat that with Xandri dust. So looking through Games Workshop website, and I see quite a lot of Space Wolf characters, and they're all Firstborn Marines, and you don't really see any Primaris besides Ragnar Blackmane. But which model would you like to see as a Primaris model? Leave your comments in the comments bit, and I'll have a read and see what you all think. So next up, we're going to tackle the face. Now, faces are quite hard in some respects, so hopefully I've got like an easy solution for you. So we base coat the face with Bugman's Glow. Just do thin layers of this because you don't want to get rid of any detail with paint, so just some few thin layers and we're good to go. Next up, we're going to paint the hair with some Rhinox hide. Now this is quite a dark colour, but I think it'll frame the face quite nice. And what we do next with it will make it all tie in quite nice as well. So yeah, a nice base coat of Rhinox hide all over the hair. But you can obviously choose whichever colour you want to do for the hair. But with Vikings, the kind of like gingery, blonde or brown. That's probably all the colours of hair actually. Just do whatever you want really. I almost forgot as well, so it has like little rune stones all over the place. So we just base coating these with Thousand Suns Blue. Right, so after that, all the base coats are down. We've washed the model with Nuln Oil just to darken it up. So when I said we didn't have to be too careful with the base coats, this is why, because we're basically just going to go back over the armour with Mechanicus Standard Grey, and obviously where there's been any pooling, we're just going to paint over it. But we are just going to paint every panel again, leaving that wash in the recesses. Obviously you don't want too much pooling, but if it happens, this is just how you correct it. Right, so this is the different bit now. So we've got just a little bit of Rakarth flesh. Now this might seem a bit light, but we are going to dry brush the face and hair. This kind of ties it all in, but it works quite well. And it's, like I say, if you want to get these on the tabletop pretty quick with nice effects, for me this is the way to do it. So yeah, a little bit of dry brushing of Rakarth flesh just across the head and the hair. Then what we want to do is get a little bit of Cadian flesh tone, and we're just picking out the forehead, the bridge of the nose, his temples, across his eyes, and his mouth and round there. Just the prominent features basically of the face, just so the details stand out. Last little part now, we're just going up with the skulls, and we're just going to do like a little edge highlight of Rakarth flesh, just to emphasise them skulls a little bit more. So we've got a few on the gun and on the chainsaw there. And once you've based it and you're happy with it, it's all done. So let's go take a look at how it looks all finished. So here we go, guys. This is the model all finished. Hope you like it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one. Ta-ra.